Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Happy Monday. Get ready for a wonderful week of bitter cold, nasty weather.
Tell you what, I was one of the many that got out and went to Melham Park yesterday and enjoyed the day. That place was hopping.
It was packed.
It was so fun watching people walking their dogs and taking their kids out and letting them play on the playground equipment. And what a beautiful day it was yesterday. Not going to last long.
No.
Going to change this week, but it was gorgeous yesterday. Wow.
It really was. 64 here at the station, and not a lot of wind, a lot of sunshine. I even went and wet the hook just a little bit down at Ansley yesterday, and there was some folks walking and doing the same thing, doing a little fishing.
There were people fishing at the pond there at Melham.
Yeah, beautiful day. Saturday, not quite as nice. The forecast actually read better than it felt.
Really?
The wind was pretty cold on Saturday. Got better in the afternoon, but gosh, it's February, and
that's right.
64 yesterday. So we hope you got out and enjoyed it, or at least opened up a window or sit on the porch and enjoyed a 64-degree Sunday. It was gorgeous. Well, let's back up just for a moment here and talk a little bit about Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Omaha, Nebraska. Wrestling, and more wrestling, all covered on KBBN, thanks to Brent Apperson and his buddies, Kurt Crawley and Mick Patch, who are former wrestling coaches. Splendid job on the coverage. Most importantly, top-notch efforts by our area wrestlers.
Well said. Yeah, it was great. It was a great 3 days. It's a busy 3 days, but it's a lot of fun. And we again send our thanks to Mr. Crawley, and so great to have Mr. Patch back there. Mick came all the way from Chicago, Illinois, just to help us with the state tournament. So we really enjoyed that. Of course, Mick, I think it was he and Larry that first started our this type of coverage where you went live and did play-by-play from the state tournament. So it was great having Mick back in the booth. And Kirk, man, I just don't know where I'd be without that guy when it comes to covering wrestling. So enjoyed spending the 3 days with those guys and had a lot of fun. And you said it. I mean, our area wrestlers once again stole the show. Just great efforts. We had guys wrestling for championships, guys winning championships, bringing back gold medals. We had an all-area final in Class D at 195 with Reese Zudevern and Sid Miller. Zudevern, of course, is Sandy Thetford, Sid of Anselmo Myrna. That's really fun when you have two area kids wrestling each other. And so we got to do that. Got to watch Cyrus Wells win a state championship for Broken Bow. The match was an unfortunate one as the person he was wrestling got injured in the first period. But congratulations to Cyrus. What a great career. And to end it with a gold medal as a senior, that's phenomenal. Mullen had a tremendous tournament, finished as the state team runner-up, finished 1 point ahead of Windside, I believe it was, to get second. So what a great effort by them. Eli Paxton was a state champion for him at 120 pounds. And early in the day, Saturday, so many kids wrestling for medals. Too many storylines to recap here this morning. We obviously covered them when we were there live on those 3 days. But just great storylines for the area, kids battling their way through the wrestlebacks and getting medals, and it was great.
I thought so, too, and I thought the addition of the ladies.
Oh,
wrestling,
absolutely.
my goodness, a whole new era began. History was made this past weekend, and all those ladies who wrestled are part of history now. The first competition at the NSAA tournament, and, of course, if you were a champion or a runner-up or got a medal at all, you'll be in the record books.
Yep.
And we had some area ladies that really shined and really competed well, and you have to look at that a lot like a lot of these ladies have been wrestling a long time.
That's correct.
It isn't like they just now. There are some that they decided their senior year they were going to wrestle, and I think there was some success stories there. But most of them, I believe, have probably been wrestling club wrestling and wrestling guys for 4, 5, 6 years. So congratulations to the ladies. That was a real added bonus, and it'll be there forever now.
Yeah, Lila Bloomer of South Loop is a good example of what you were just talking about, and that was her path, and she got third at the state tournament over the weekend. So congratulations to her and just everybody. We got a recap of all of our area medalists and state champions and everything posted for you on sandhillsexpress.com.
All right, and I know we're kind of setting up for this week. This week is going to be a crazy one, big time. We're going to be covering boys sub-districts, girls final district action, see who goes to state, and the ladies, and we have 3 area teams that are going to be shooting for that. We have a quiz bowl right in the middle of that on Wednesday, all day Wednesday. And we're going to be running a little bit shorthanded as Jeremy Scheif and Nicole are going to, I think, go down to Hastings and have a baby.
Oh, wow. So, all right. We won't be doing play-by-play of that, just so you folks know.
No. We'll just up about anything. But
we're just going to stay to basketball. So
that's the plan with the Scheifs anyway. They're going to head down midweek. And so I know Jeremy's been trying to get things lined out for us when he leaves to kind of be able to roll through this week. So we'll be doing some switching around and filling in, and Emily happens to be gone as well. So we'll be you probably hear a little bit too much of us, actually, but we'll get it done for you.
That's right. We find a way.
And it's going to be exciting to get the boys going this week, the quiz bowl, the academic side of things, and then grand finale at the end of the week, and see if we can get some ladies down at the state tournament.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll start with boys sub-districts tonight. I'll be headed to St. Paul. We'll do Broken Bow and Ord from the C110 sub-district. That'll be tonight, and we'll broadcast it on KCNI. All of our Broken Bow coverage this week will be on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com. Tip-off. My mind has been so bogged down with wrestling. I think it's at 7, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be tonight on KCNI Radio. And then tomorrow night, we'll be going 2 places. If Broken Bow wins tonight, they play again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So if they win, we'll go back to St. Paul, and we'll have Broken Bow, and it would be Central City if they play tomorrow. So we'll have that for you tomorrow if Broken Bow wins tonight. On KBBN Radio, we will be focusing in on, I think it's the D110 Boys Subdistrict Tournament at North Platte St. Pat's. St. Pat's will play South Loop tomorrow night. I think it's at 6. And then that'll be followed by Anselmo Myrna and Sandhills Valley. So we'll be there for those games. Those will be on KBBN Radio. And we've also made arrangements to do a live video stream of those games with South Loop and Anselmo Myrna for you tomorrow night. So that at least gets us started in the week.
Yeah. When we get to the end of the week, we've got a few details to figure out yet on Friday, but we'll be covering as much as we can there with the staff we have available to us. So
there you go.
We'll give it our best shot. Well, if you're celebrating a birthday today, you're celebrating a birthday with Lola Chapin.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. A celebrity birthday right off the bat.
Yep. Also, Rochelle Ross. And Rochelle, I'd like to offer to you, and I think you should try it for your birthday. I have a full bottle of the Dawn Platinum X, 4X.
Yeah.
That you can wash your hair with since you're a beautician.
4 times the cleaning power.
Clean your hair so clean, Rochelle. Also, Hoop Beechler, Aaron Beechler is celebrating a birthday today, and Carol Myers is celebrating a birthday. Those are some of the local birthdays. You're celebrating with Anthony Daniels, who is 76, best known for playing the droid as a C-3PO in Star Wars.
Yes, okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen that person before, but actor William Peterson, 69 today. He was Gil Grissom on the CBS drama CSI. And actor Kelsey Grammer, who played the same character for more than 2 decades on Cheers and then Frasier. He was born 67 years ago today. And singer Mary Chapin Carpenter, celebrating her 64th birthday today. Country music, and kind of known for her personal songs about love and things like Shut Up and Kiss Me, a few of those. Yes. She's kind of a country folk singer, and she's been very successful, great songwriter. So those are some of the birthdays. I think there might be one more here. The interest. Sophie Turner is 26 today. She's best known for her role as Sansa Stark on the HBO series Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. We also received a package on Friday, as you see this box over here.
Another package. Wow, okay.
Yep. We're
getting all kinds of packages here in the last few days.
This one, very special.
Oh, it is?
It's very special.
Okay. So I assume that you've already opened it and looked inside already.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wow, cowboy boots. Oh, man. Okay.
There they are.
I have a feeling I might know the backstory on this, but I'm anxious to see if I'm right.
They're a little more worn than I remember them.
Yeah.
They are the same size that I remember. Small. Came in the mail Friday.
Yeah.
There's a note on a napkin here. It says, "Save the environment one napkin at a time." And then here we go.
Okay. All right.
"Hey, you deadbeat."
That'd be referring to you?
Yes.
Okay.
"Here's your damn boots." "Sorry about the condition. I'll send my medical bill when I get done with my last treatment on my neck and back. Doctor says I should start walking better in a couple more years."
Signed.
There's no signature.
No signature. But I assume that this would be somewhat related to a fundraiser that took place a while back, where you made a donation and purchased Brad Atkins' boots right off his feet, right? The boots that he was wearing.
Yes.
At that fundraiser. You purchased them, and he said that he would, get them to you or whatever? And this was a while back, and now the boots have arrived.
And then I'll also give Brad a chance to call me a deadbeat. Thanks, Brad.
Well, there you go.
Case closed.
So what are you going to do with them now? Are we going to just, display them or what?
Yeah, maybe we'll put them out on the windowsill out front for a while in honor of getting the $800 pair of boots.
They're nice.
They're
nice
little
looking.
Boots, and I do mean little boots. Oh, by the way, on Saturday,
yes,
Joan and I traveled over to Ord to walk through the park and the wonderful facility they have there for bird watching at Ord. It was cold. The weather was not conducive to bird watching, really, and the birds didn't really think so either because the wind was so cold.
Yeah.
But, boy, hats off to Ord. What a wonderful facility they have there alongside the park, just east also of their beautiful cemetery there that sits by the golf course. And it's a really nice area there. And the creek that runs through there is crystal clear, and there's no trash in it. And they got the pond there like we have here with access for people to fish, and you can walk all the way around the pond. And then they've got it cemented walking path all the way along the creek, clear back to the lower loop facility there out across from the airport. It's really, really nice, and hats off to the folks over there. They hit a home run on that one.
Good.
It's beautiful. And we're going to go back. It's really nice place to walk, really. Nice walking, big, wide, cemented walking path, and people are jogging and walking, even in the cold. So we enjoyed that. Then on the way home, we went to Burwell and had breakfast, I believe, at the restaurant called Verda's. Nice little cafe there. And then dropped down to Sargent. And we had a scheduled video Facebook with our friends in Ireland, Kevin and Favo.
Oh.
We were sitting in Sargent talking, and, Joan was holding you, how you look at one another. You know.
I gotcha. Yeah, FaceTime or whatever it was.
Noticed quite a few cars pulling into the Palladium while we were sitting there. And I told the guys, you know what, I'm going to show you a little rural Nebraska here and take you into the famous Oscar's Palladium. So I got out and walked in there, and lo and behold, the Calhoun family was performing live music.
Oh, wow.
Saturday afternoon. And Lori Cox, of course, was there hosting that. And so we had a little visit, and the guys from Ireland got to see the Palladium, and the Calhouns played a request, John Denver's Country Roads, and Kevin and Favo sang along from Ireland.
Nice.
And Catherine was there, and she sent a note this morning, said, good to see you Saturday. You need to come enjoy the Calhouns every month, third Saturday each month at Sargent at 1 p.m., a very good show this month, and there was a lot of nice people there, and they waved at Kevin and Favo, and they waved back, and they even sang along with from Ireland. So it was kind of just an impromptu, fun drop-off at Oscar's. Let's see here. Lana Ferguson, you guys are the best ever. Looking good and sounding great. Fantastic job. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Some nice notes this morning, but hats off to Lori Cox for bringing the Calhouns in once a month. People really enjoy that. Again, Burwell and Ord looking good. And as you mentioned, the park here was enjoyed yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Ansley Pond is looking good, nice and clear, and some good fishing ahead there. So lots of good things happening in all the sports you just mentioned.
There you go.
And the Quiz Bowl on Wednesday, and we're going to get set up for that and get on the academic side of school activities for a full day. That will start Wednesday morning, usually somewhere in the 9 o'clock hour, and we'll take it all the way to the end, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, depending on how long it takes. And we haven't decided how we're going to do that all yet. We're going to have a little powwow this morning.
Okay.
We'll figure that out.
How many years for the Quiz Bowl on KBBN Radio?
Well, we started it, of course, radio only, and I think we did it for 3 years, maybe just radio. This would be our third year of having Facebook Live, so 6, 7 years. Time gets away, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, trust me, I know exactly what you're saying.
So that will be a full week of fun, and as we mentioned, then hopefully we'll get some of the basketball teams down to the state tournament in both boys and girls, so that yet to be determined.
Yes.
Let's see, what else? Brad's boots. Give Rochelle her Dawn. I would really almost suggest to you, Rochelle, that you try the dish soap. I think that might be the way to go with the Dawn. The dish, for your hands. I should say hand soap.
Yeah, okay.
The Dawn hand soap.
Right.
It's gentler. If you're worried about, being brash on your hair, go with the hand soap. It's got apple scent to it.
But you've become a believer in Dawn as a shampoo.
I believe in Dawn.
A new day has dawned at the Bernie household. He now uses Dawn for shampoo.
Yeah. And I know there's some out there at the grocery cart because I was there on, I picked up some hot dogs yesterday at the grocery cart because I didn't have any worms.
Okay. Well, did you catch anything on the hot dog?
I had 3 bites.
Yeah, 3 bites.
I didn't ever catch anything.
Oh, well, at least there's a nibble.
But people do use hot dogs for fish bait, and I'd never tried it before. And so thank you, Steve. You had hot dogs on hand for us to use as fish bait. Now, I went with the lower priced ones because I figured, fish won't care. But I almost think I need to go with the Husker hot dog next time.
Yeah, the red ones.
Yeah.
A little more flashy.
A little more color to them, and I think the hook would stay better. The least expensive hot dogs, they get a little mushy in the water.
That's probably why you just got a nibble. Now, if you would have used the Tomboy hot dog, yeah, man, that thing would have been gulped.
Maybe grilled it first too.
Well, then I would have been tempted.
Maybe put some ketchup or mustard on it.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah. If relish would stick, even you could throw that on there. Yeah, I did get some bites, but I think they were just little guys. But it was nice sitting there with a hot dog on your hook, just hanging out.
I mean, yeah,
whatever, huh?
Yeah, I grilled hot dogs.
You really?
Yeah.
Did you grill them for your wife? Because she was working on yesterday too. I told her she was a workaholic.
Wife and daughter were working. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see your daughter.
Yeah, they both work. They're weekend warriors.
Good for them.
I usually try to get Sunday off, but doesn't always.
You don't always. I didn't see you there, so I assumed you was getting a nap in or something.
Yeah, that happens once in a while.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you have hot dogs for bait. I appreciate that very much.
You're welcome.
I feel kind of bad just going in and getting a package of hot dogs, but I didn't really need anything else because Joan had been there on Thursday.
Totally understand.
Okay. Always look up in the office to see if you're above the kingdom there.
Yeah. And back on your hair care product, I figured you were a mane and tail kind of guy.
Mane and tail?
Yeah. Shampoo.
No, is there such a thing?
There is.
Mane and tail? Wow. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
So, yeah, maybe you need to try some of that.
Okay. Yeah. You have some in stock out there?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I'll pick up some hot dogs and some mane and tail.
I got nothing. I don't even know how to transition out of that. What else is for sale?
What else you got on the shelves?
What's going on at the grocery cart, Steve?
Well, and just to confirm, I don't believe Dave has a tail, so
I don't.
He just needs the main part.
I've been accused of I had a ponytail a couple different times, but I've never had a devil's tail.
That we know of.
No, that didn't show.
All right. So this February 21st through the 27th, we have a lot of good ad items, as always, at the GK. Let's start at the meat department this week. Cube steaks. Maybe a good cube steak with potatoes and gravy would be in order this week. A lot of great items that you could purchase to stay warm and indoors during the cold days of winter that are upon us. It's definitely turning cold out there this morning. It was much warmer as I walked in to work earlier. I don't know what time it was, a little before 5, and now it's already frigid, so definitely stay warm.
Yeah, I think it was 24 when I got here, and it was 16 when I walked over here, so yeah, it's getting colder out there.
Yep. We got Hormel Natural Choice Boneless Country Style Pork Ribs, $2.78 a pound, sirloin tip steak, $6.98 a pound, and baby back St. Louis or St. Louis pork ribs are $5.98 a pound. So definitely oven those up or wait till it's grilling time again and use the grill or the smoker for those guys. We've got Best Buy bone-in split chicken breasts, $1.58 a pound. Daly's smoked sliced bacon, 16 ounces, $5.98 each. Bar S corn dogs, frozen of course, $5.98 each. And El Monterey burritos, $4.48 each. Over in the dairy deals at the GK, we've got some great specials. If you want to top that potato or that taco, Best Choice sour cream, 8-ounce variety, 78 cents each. Best Choice English muffins, always a good deal, 6-count, $1.25 each. Best Choice 4-pack biscuits, $1.60 each. And plenty more savings in all these departments. I'm just hitting kind of the tip of the iceberg. Frozen foods this week, Jack's Pizza, 2 for $6. Blue Ribbon Ice Cream, $2.98 each. And Dean's Twin Pops, 6-pack, 2 for $3. You can also pick up some Klondike bars, I don't know what you would do for a Klondike bar. I wouldn't do a ton, but 2 for $8's a good deal.
It's completely honest about it.
I've never been a huge Klondike fan, but hey, there are those fans out there, so this is your week. Go in and get them. Grocery savings at the GK. Pepsi products, the cubes, the 24-pack cans, $8.98 each. Coca-Cola products, 8-pack bottles or 12-pack cans, 3 for $14. Frito-Lay Doritos, 2 for $6. Frito-Lay Cheetos or Fritos, 2 for $7. We have Macaroni and Cheese by Kraft in a box, 98 cents each. And yes, on a cold day, it's always nice to have a hot mug of cocoa. Swiss Miss Cocoa, 2 for $4. So get in for those grocery savings. And these Best Choice Chunky Soup varieties, 3 for $5. Best Choice Peanut Butter in a jar, 2 for $4. And General Mills cereals, select varieties, 4 for $10. And, that rounds off most of the grocery items. Definitely get in for those orange tag savings throughout the store, especially in the grocery department, where you'll find a ton of those being hung today to save just a little extra money. Farm fresh produce this week. Fuji apples, $1.28 a pound. Red or green seedless grapes, $2.88 a pound. 3-pound bag yellow onions, $1.98 each. Fresh asparagus, $1.98 a pound. And tomatoes on the vine, $1.48 a pound. Over in our fresh GK Deli, sporting the meats and cheeses, sliced the way you would like. Sliced to order Kretschmar roast beef, $10.98 a pound, and sliced to order Kretschmar provolone cheese, $5.98 a pound. So definitely get in for those. We got a few specials this week for our weekly menu. Monday and Tuesday is Chester's number 3, $8.98 for 4-piece tenders, 2 sides and a drink. Wednesday is Wings Day at the GK Deli. And then Thursday and Friday, 2-piece chicken, 1 side and a drink, $7.98. That Chester's number 4 meal. So get in for that fresh, tasty Chester's chicken. You can get it in a pack. You can get some different sides with it. You can get hot sides, cold sides with your meals. And then, of course, the grab-and-go case down the way is full of all sorts of great deals, great things you could have for lunch or supper with the family, including smokehouse items like heat and eat pulled pork, what do you call it? Can't think of it now. Anyway, there's some smokehouse items over there.
The brisket.
That's I think it's...
Is that, because we get that. Okay, it's great.
Pieces,
it's great to just warm up and use for sandwiches.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of different things over there that you can partake of. So definitely hit that up. And then the GK Bakery, of course, can make any custom cake that you would like, as well as cakes to order, so definitely get with them on those orders. Rotella's Brat or hamburger buns, 2 for $4. We have the Wine and Spirit shop, so get in there for your favorites or a new favorite. And last but not least, rewards bonus items. We've got Grocery Cart Deli 4-square snack box, $4.99, earn 500 points. Nemo's Cake Squares, 2 for $3, earn 150 points. Cloverdale Smoked Brats in the meat department, $3.98, earn 400 points. Halo's Clementines 3-pound bag, $5.98, earn 600 points. Hungry Man Dinners, 2 for $7, earn 350 points. Best Choice Family Pack String Cheese, $5.98, earn 600 points. Don't mean to brag, Apple Cider Vinegar, Bragg brand, $4.98, earn 500 points. And
I thought you were getting ready to really go. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. Fiora kitchen towels and bath tissues, $6.98, earns 750 points. So you can earn all those great points. Use those points towards free items at the GK or discounts on gas at Casey's and Broken Bow.
All right. Another big week. Again, I noticed, as I always do, because you always remind us when you pull up, the parking lot out front usually is pretty full because people are shopping there all the time. It's a huge store, and there's plenty of room. And then for parking on the west side, plenty of room over there. And it's not really any further to come in the front door if you park over there. So just remember, when you pull up and there's a lot of people out front, there's plenty of parking on the west side.
Right. And one thing I wanted to note before I get out of here would be the help situation. Be patient with our team. We've got shortage of help still in our deli front end. I and my team do our best to make sure that we're rocking and rolling. Get in there early, make sure your store's in good shape for you, and do what we can to make everything flow right. So if you're interested in a job, front end, daytime help, shift manager help there, deli manager, all sorts of help that we need. So come in and see Steve if you're interested in a job.
Talk to Steve. Well, even with all the challenges you have, the crew up front that you have, friendly, smiling, and helpful, that's good. So you're looking for some more people like that.
Absolutely.
All right, Steve. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the
guys.
hot dogs, man. I appreciate it.
You bet.
I almost went ahead and had one myself, but I thought maybe they were really going to start biting, and I would have hated to lose all my bait.
Right?
Thanks,
guys. Have a good week.
News is next.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's the best start to my day.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. New satellite images appear to show new Russian troop deployments of armored equipment and troops within 9 miles of the border with Ukraine, some in forests, farms, and industrial areas. It comes as President Biden considers a meeting with Vladimir Putin if there is no invasion. For now, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan tells CBS Mornings.
We have seen before how a small war in Europe can grow if we don't stand up in strong and resolute terms to defend our allies and partners.
Correspondent Charlie D'Agata is in Ukraine, where people are getting ready for a possible invasion.
In Kyiv, hundreds of women took part in survival and self-defense courses. Ukrainians know their forces are no match to the military might of Russia, yet nobody here wants to believe a full-scale invasion is either imminent or inevitable.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Prosecutors are now pursuing additional charges against a Kimball man who was arrested after a shooting incident in the Panhandle town last month. William Serrano faces 4 more felony counts in the case. Last week, officials filed an amended complaint which included charges of attempted murder, 2 counts of attempted terroristic threats, and possession of a firearm during a felony. This is in addition to the manslaughter charge already levied against him. The investigation launched in early January when police responded to a report of a shooting at a Kimball home. Once on scene, Serrano told police he had accidentally shot his wife, Tessa Gehring, and she was dead. According to court documents, Serrano told investigators he was attempting to clear a break-action shotgun when it fired and struck Gehring. Serrano also attempted to have his bond reduced in the case, but the motion was denied. It remains set at $100,000. The case has been bound to district court, and Serrano will be back in court on March 1st. The teaching, research, and outreach activities of the University of Nebraska grow the state's economy by $5.8 billion every year, $2.9 billion of which comes from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, according to an independent new analysis. Presented at the February 11th Board of Regents meeting, the analysis into the NU system's impact on Nebraska's prosperity and quality of life was conducted by Tripp Umbach, a national consultant with expertise in economic impact studies. Tripp Umbach's findings, which detail the university's impact by campus, region, and legislative district, show that the NU system generates $9 for every $1 the state invests, a significant increase from the 7-to-1 ROI the university created in 2019. All 4 campuses grew their impact even while managing the challenges of COVID-19 as evidence of the vital role the university plays in maintaining the economic competitiveness and well-being of the state. And as Nebraska recovers from the pandemic and faces an urgent workforce challenge of 50,000-plus open jobs, including critical openings in healthcare and STEM fields, an affordable, accessible, competitive public university will continue to be a key part of the solution, according to NU System President Ted Carter. Along with its $2.9 billion of economic impact, the University of Nebraska-Lincoln added over 23,000 new jobs statewide in 2021. The flagship university's operations created 7,553 indirect and induced jobs in 2021.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles,
Here's Eddie Garcia.
In NASCAR, 23-year-old Austin Cindric wins the Daytona 500 for his first career Cup victory in just 8 starts. He's the second youngest driver ever to win the Daytona 500. Bubba Wallace finished second. NBA All-Star Game, Team LeBron beat Team Durant 163-160. LeBron James back in Cleveland hit the game-winning shot to end it. Steph Curry for Team LeBron had an All-Star Game record 16 three-pointers. He finished with 50 points and was the game's MVP. News from the NBA, where the top team in the league, the Phoenix Suns, will reportedly be without point guard Chris Paul for 6 to 8 weeks with a fractured thumb. There are 7 weeks left in the regular season. Top 25 college basketball, 5 ranked teams in action. They all won, including number 15 Wisconsin, who won at home against Michigan 77-63. The game was marred by a scuffle between Michigan head coach Juwan Howard and Wisconsin head coach Greg Gard in the handshake line. Howard ended up striking a Badgers assistant coach. Players were involved. The Big Ten said it plans to take swift and appropriate disciplinary action when it completes its review.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A wind chill warning goes into effect for tonight. First for today, we'll have mostly cloudy conditions, with our temperatures falling from the 30s early on to the 20s by the afternoon. We'll have gusty north winds. For tonight, a chance for some light snow, breezy conditions, an actual low of 6 below zero, but could have wind chill factors down in the 20s to near 30 below zero range for tonight. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situations change? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you.
We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track, no matter what happens. Contact us today at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
15 degrees outside under a cloudy sky. We're going downward in temperature, as Steve alluded. The winds are also a factor out of the north at 10 to 15, sometimes gusting up over 20 miles per hour. So your wind chills right now are not comfortable. Barometric pressure is at 29.74 and rising, humidity at 88%. High yesterday, as we mentioned, 64 with an overnight low of 17 as of 7 o'clock, down to 15 currently. The other part of the story is it's still very dry out there. We have not had any measurable precipitation all of this month, and we're actually looking at almost the last week of February and still no moisture to report. So very, very dry out there. Please keep that in mind. The firemen out there have been working overtime to keep us safe, but we can help them out by not having any open burning of any kind until further notice.
Yeah.
We want to talk a little bit about something like Jeremy and I discussed when you were gone, when you were away.
Oh, okay.
And that sometimes as host and co-host and brothers and neighbors and good friends, sometimes one will speak to the other and it's like we don't hear one another.
Oh?
Because we might be on the phone, we might be reading something, we might not be paying attention, and something is said, and you go, well, did he hear me? The only way to really clarify if you're being ignored is go get your hearing checked.
That is correct. And we have just the place for you to go to right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska to get your hearing checked out. And that's go see Roxanne with the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Roxanne, a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Do you struggle with your hearing and or worry about missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings? Well, if so, stop in to see Roxanne, offering some great things right now like free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, even extended discounts for just buying local. And Roxanne will meet any pricing quoted from other offices in the state of Nebraska. It all starts with a phone call. So call Roxanne today at 308-384-3852 to set up your initial appointment. Again, the number 308-384-3852. No need to travel outside of Broken Bow. They sell the top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow at the Nebraska Land Hearing Center.
All right, thank you, Brett. A reminder that we'll be giving away a gift card today to the Sargent Corner Market. As we mentioned, we were in Sargent on Saturday and had a lot of fun. You won't find a nicer market in any community than the Sargent Corner Market, and a $25 gift card to shop there is a real treat. So we're going to be doing that a little bit later on. We didn't play the game this morning. We'll play the game later on and give you a chance to win a $25 gift card to the Sargent Corner Market in honor of our Love Local promotion that will be running the rest of this week and the rest of this month. So be sure and listen for that. Also, we'll be going down to the municipal building later on this morning in the 9 o'clock hour to talk about the Veterans Pancake Feed that is taking place, and that will happen today and tonight. We'll learn more about that and talk with, I assume, Del Moniger probably and some others about the pancake feed that's taking place. Should really hit the spot tonight or this afternoon when it's kind of cold out there. Can't beat pancakes to kind of warm up your insides.
No.
All right. Are you ready for our second guest of the day?
I am ready, Dave.
Mr. Keith Ellis is here from the Custer County Economic Development Corporation. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Top of the day.
Same to you, only more of it.
Yes, well, that would be good. Because I'm running a little late.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Let's see. Meeting today?
Yep. Board meeting at 4 today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what my status is until we have a powwow this morning.
Oh, okay.
Running a little short-handed here. I'd like to get out there. What are you guys going to be talking about?
Well, we're going to be approving our budget for the year, and we're going to conclude our strategic planning process. We have a 3-year strategic plan, and we want to get that approved today, and then we're able to move forward, and we've actually moved forward on a few things anyway, but to get that approved and try to start implementing, clicking things off, which is what it's all about. You don't want to have it sitting on a shelf and not getting anything done. So,
yeah. Now, having been to previous planning sessions and other meetings, you're exactly right. If you can make a plan, but if you put it on the shelf, it just doesn't do you much good. And you're real goal oriented, so you've set up kind of a matrix to make sure that we don't start sitting still on this. If we set these goals, how are we going to reach them, and what are some of the steps we're reaching to get there, right?
Right, yeah. Throughout my career, I did a lot of strategic planning when I was with MPPD, and we would work with them on getting the plan put together, and we'd always follow up, as we visit with them down the road 3 months, 6 months later, and they ask them how things are going. Well, they say, well, yeah, we're getting things done. And I said, well, where are you on the plan? And, oh, well, we're just getting things done, And so I've always felt that it was important, if you're going to have the time to develop a plan, that it should be part of your agenda every month. And so this way now we're incorporating that plan in my reporting system. I like a lot of feedback from board members on projects and implementation of things, and so every month we'll be giving that report some time and try to really click things off. Here's the status of this project. Here's the status of this project, and it really helps to understand the real dynamic of economic development when you're actually working on the 3-year plan. And so there are accountabilities in that, which I love accountabilities, and try to get those performance measures in there so that we know where we're at any particular time.
Yeah, I think listeners out there can relate, not only if it's an economic development group, it might be a plan you have at home. You might have, like we do, weekly meetings at the station, and it's not uncommon, I think, in both cases, business and personal, will go, hey, how's that project coming? And somebody scratches their head and goes, well, we haven't done much since the last meeting because, and you come up with these reasons why you haven't moved forward. If you have particular steps and goals along the way, like next week we're going to do this, next month we'll hope to have this accomplished, it really does make sense.
Well, and so, some people just work better with a list, a to-do list, and I do. I have to see that flow in front of me, and it just reminds me, I've got to get this done by Thursday, kind of a thing. And so, but the other reason we have a full plate. And so with that, I mean, you have to really be organized and be able to see what's coming up and make sure you're staying on task on these things. And so it's really important because we are so busy that we keep all that right ahead of us. So
it's kind of correct me if I'm wrong, but when you have this setup, this matrix, this goal-oriented system that you're talking about, sometimes some of us don't care for that because we might have to work extra to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? You might have to come in on a Saturday or spend some time in the evening other than your regular schedule to get it done, and sometimes we resist that a little bit.
Yes, yeah, right. Yeah, and we're all paid to do a job, and so that in any work that we do, so it's just you have to do what you have to do.
All right.
Yeah.
So the meeting today, you're going to discuss that. Anything else that you wanted to mention from the meeting that's on the agenda today?
Well, I can't go into too much of a specific detail on this project, but we are going to be talking about our third house for the grant that we're working on. With the cost of construction materials and whatnot that have gone up, and I've talked to a couple people, 15 to 25%.
Yeah.
There's a supplemental grant that we are going to apply for that would allow us to get some more money to offset that increase, and we really need that to do the home that we want to do. And so we're working on that, and there's a lot of background work that you have to do for that. And then the location of the third house is what we're going to be talking about today at the board meeting.
I see.
And we've got a site that we have to change the grant. I guess we've got to amend the grant so that we can do that. It's just part of the protocol. So we'll get through that, and I can talk more about that next time.
All right. I always enjoy the reports from the different community members, whether it be city, school. Sometimes we'll get folks in from the Ag Society. It's really always nice to have those people attend when you go around the table and say, what's going on in your world. I know you appreciate that if you can get some input from different projects and so forth.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because, there's a thread that runs through everything that we do. Whether you're directly responsible or involved in it or not. And so whether it's education, you got the college, the public schools, you have the different projects throughout the county area that are really important. And so if you look at it from the context of the economy of the county, and that's the way I look at it, it's the economy of the county. It's not economic development, it's the economy of the county. What can we do as an organization, as a community, as a county, to provide developmental growth to do those things and to be a part of those things in some cases. And so it's so difficult to describe economic development because it means so many things to different people. And so what we try to do is to, at least the way I talk about economic development is it has to have an economic growth factor for the economy, and that's the measurable part of it. The tough part about economic development is it's so hard to measure. It takes a long time for things to come out. So,
and it takes little bits and pieces of businesses growing slightly, maybe hiring one person, a community adding something. Whether it be some enhancement to their swimming pool or their park, it all fits together as one big puzzle, and it takes little pieces and some big pieces.
Yeah, and when you're from a community and you've been in the community for a long time, you take things for granted.
Yeah,
and so a couple projects that we're not directly involved with, we're indirectly involved with board members being involved in those groups, is the Wellness Center and the Child Care Center. And so those are critically important for workforce development. You have to have those kinds of amenities in your community so that you have the ability to attract, retain, and people. And so people will always wonder, well, why are you doing that? Why is that so important? Well, because when you have a family that's moving to town and you have those things, you can compete with that. They could be looking at 3 or 4 different communities, and if you have something that really hits them as a home run, then you've won that competitive battle. And so you have to invest in those kinds of things in your community. People might not understand it all the time, but it's that important, especially in today's world. They were a given in the years ago, 15, 20 years ago. You didn't need a lot of those different amenities, or you had them already. And so, but times change, facilities change, all of those things change in a community. And you just have to go with the flow and understand the dynamic of it. And I've mentioned this on your show many, many times. We are a marketing firm for economic development. Mm-hmm. That's our number one thing that we do. And so we have to be able to tell that story and build those marketing resources and assets to be able to do that. And that's why you do those things.
All right. Things like internet connection, availability, good quality, high-speed internet. I mean, there's all sorts of things that come into play here.
It is. And, I had a meeting last week. It was a Zoom meeting about the airport and Nebraska rural airports and the economic development dynamic of having those airports. And there's a big feasibility study that's going to go to the feds on the FAA on rural Nebraska airports. And I just kept saying, well, it says if we don't show that we have the need and the growth and the opportunity for business to, whether they're a CEO flying in from somewhere or whatever, you have to have those things in rural Nebraska to compete in economic development. And so we went through a lot of conversations with the engineering firm that was doing the study, and for them to understand how critically important a rural airport is, not just the big city airports. Yeah. And so that was an interesting conversation, to say the least, about.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
I'll just think about the freight that comes in, what BD and some of our larger businesses use the airport for. It's a big deal. If you want to kind of think about a leader in rural development of airports, drive up to Thedford. I mean,
they talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, they've knocked it out of the park in Thedford, Nebraska, for their airport.
Yeah,
yeah,
so. And they have there's purpose there for it.
Yeah, it's a useful tool for them.
Yes, it is.
Pretty cool. Anything else?
No, I think we're going to have a busy week with doing some lot work. We're starting the new grant, getting the lots started. We're going to be working on determining the landfill and all of the work the dirt fill that we have to do, and with that, and then the new house, third house, we're going to be working on that. There's a lot of paperwork that has to be done this week. So
I can't imagine.
So, but yeah, that busy week.
All right. Come back and see us. Keep us up to date. I'll try to get out there today. I hate missing. They're very informative. And anybody out there who is listening that has a business of any size, you learn a lot at the meetings. And if you get on one of the boards, you'll learn even more. It's kind of the side boards of what's going on there. But it can be helpful to your business and your community to be a part of the foundation of the economic development. And I know you'd love to have more members.
Yeah, we need to grow.
Yep.
If you're not growing, you're not sustaining yourself. So we need to grow. We need to keep adding new members to our family and retain the members we already have. And so that takes a lot of face-to-face time.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Now, one last thing before I let you go, a little off. Well, not really. It's economic development in a very simple way. State baseball is going to be held here at Paul Brown Field this summer. Won't that be fun?
Oh, man. I played in a state tournament when I was back in the day, yeah. So
have good memories, and to see it here in Broken Bow will be fantastic.
See it back here, yeah. And communities have traditions that Brent, from your work in sports. And Broken Bow, as I know, has always been a really strong baseball town.
Always had a good program.
Yeah. And so I really look forward to it this summer and try to get to as many games as possible. So. Yeah.
Well, there'll be regular season games and then the grand finale right here. Yeah. And as you know, the Broken Bow will be in the state tournament since they're hosting it. I'm sure they want to get in like they would if it was somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out or two with these words.
It's midnight. Banking time. Really? Well, yeah. I just got back from watching my son play the sport he loves 2.5 hours away. My family's asleep, and I have a little bit of quiet. Need to look at and sign our loan renewal? Done. Need to deposit a check? On it. Need to transfer some money to my daughter in college? Taken care of. Nebraska State Bank has the ability to make sure I can do my banking when it fits my schedule. So yeah, midnight is banking time. My banking time.
Nebraska State Bank, Broken Bow, Callaway, Myrna. Member FDIC.
This is Chip with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and we have just been appointed with North Star Insurance Company. North Star is one of the top insurance companies in the Midwest. As an independent agency, it's beneficial to have several companies to choose from to get the best coverage for the best price for you. Both Tim and I have ag experience and would be happy to visit with you about insurance for your farm or ranch or your home, auto, life, and health. We handle it all. Stop by and see us today in Broken Bow or Callaway. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Look for the big red sign.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness? Modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million...
Bow loves everything about spring, especially the plants. To make it like spring indoors year-round, they have beautiful full house plants. Plus, some spring planting items have already arrived too. Open Tuesday to Friday 10 to 5:30 and Saturday 10 to 2. Located 1 block south off Highway 2, just turned by the Tumbleweed Cafe. Check out their new line of Keepers of the Light candles that burn for 155 hours at the Garden Center in Broken Bow.
Submit your items for an upcoming machinery consignment auction with Dave Davis Auction Service. The sale is set for Saturday, the 2nd of April, starting at 9 a.m. To receive proper advertising of items and to get on the flyer, get your list of consignments to the office by Monday, the 14th of March. For more information, call the office at 872-6413. You can visit DaveDavisAuction.com as well. Again, this machinery sale is April 2nd, and your items must be into the Dave Davis office by the 14th of March for proper advertising.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
Now it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is locally owned and operated and proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
Winter clearance savings continue to rise at Bo Bootery, your home-owned shoe store. There's definitely some winter left, so save on these things that you can wear right now. 40% off of winter shoes, snow boots, bear paws, and fashion boots. And to go with them, socks, leggings, and tights are marked down too. Thurlow and Dan Post socks are $5 per pack. Overboots are half off, and some Western boots are on sale as well. Oh man, these savings are so sweet. Winter clearance, 40% off, going on right now at Bo Bootery.
8:35 is your time. Brent and Dave with you here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My good friend, longtime co-host through the many years of service here at the radio station, my brother and my neighbor. Hi, Mom, by the way. Peggy?
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Jim. I think someday you'll adopt me, too. What do you have for us, Brent?
Hey, we got a birthday to celebrate today. Nancy Boshin.
All right.
Nancy, happy birthday to you. Hope you have a great day.
Have a good one. Stay warm on your birthday. Well, we've been talking a little bit about economic development, getting housing, making our communities attractive to people so that we can get more people into our communities, so we have lots of jobs for them to take a look at, and it all fits together. And we have been, in the last year, reading lots and lots of job openings. Here's one of them.
Yeah, we've been reading several through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership, and they are currently looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler teacher in Broken Bow. This is a full-time position with a good starting wage of $15 to $16.50 per hour, depending on your qualifications. Great benefits come with these positions. They're looking for someone with their Child Development Associate Certificate and would prefer someone with an associate's or bachelor's degree in early childhood education. Also, previous experience working with infants up to 3 years old and their families. You would some of your duties would include primary care and lesson planning for infants and toddlers. You would be conducting parent meetings and completing various reports. For an application, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. extension 0, or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
If you're just tuning in, you'll have a chance a little bit later on in the show to win a $25 gift card to the Sargent Corner Market. And that will be a dandy prize we'll be giving away later in the show in honor of our Love Local promotion to encourage you to shop locally. Whether you live in Sargent or not, there's nothing wrong with driving to Sargent and shopping at the corner market, for instance, because they have a super great store there. And if you've never been in there, you're going to be surprised when you walk in. It's a big town store in a little town.
Yeah.
And they're good people there, too. They're very nice. So we'll be talking about them a little bit later on and give you a chance to win that. We're also going to be going down, putting our jacket on and going down to the municipal building here in Broken Bow to get a little information about the Veterans Pancake Feed, which takes place today on this President's Day. This is a day where we honor our presidents of past, and they also sell a lot of mattresses. A lot of mattress sales for President's
Day. Mattress sale, yes, you're right. I didn't think about that till you mentioned it, but yeah, you see a lot of those ads today.
They say the reason that it happens that way is typically that's when the new mattresses come in, and so they have a kind of a sale on them. But it's almost always around the President's Day mattress sale.
Okay.
Check your local furniture store.
Yeah.
Also, this is National Grain-Free Day. Didn't know there was such a thing. Put down the bread. Let's try eating, stuff with wheat and oats and barley. You get a lot of that anyway, like wheat bread and so forth. But a growing number of Americans believe this or not, and I believe it. It's right here on the sheet.
All right.
Are developing dietary issues with grain-based foods.
Oh.
It's believed that celiac disease affects more than 3 million people in the U.S. So grains kind of bother them sometimes.
I see.
So what can we eat now? There's some people say we eat too much protein. We're not supposed to eat grains. Well, I guess that's if it bothers you. Grain's good for you.
Yeah, I would think so.
I guess it's one of the safest foods that I know of is olives.
Oh, my. Are you still in that habit?
Yeah.
How'd the weekend go for you? You still cracking into the olives and eating those uncontrollably?
I'm out.
I
ran out this weekend.
Now that's what you should have tried for fish bait yesterday. You should have taken a jar of olives, put an olive on the end of that hook.
Well, I'm afraid I would not be able to keep from eating it, even if I had it in the water a while and I pulled it out and I saw that olive on the end of the hook.
Seriously?
I might have
I could actually see you doing that. Reel it in. Didn't get a bite. The olive is still there, been soaking in the lake water there for about 3 hours, and Dave's like, you know what? I'll just eat this. Take it right off the hook, and eek. I could see you doing that, actually.
I bet it would still be salty.
Could probably, yeah.
How many M&Ms could you stack on top of one another, do you think? That would be hard.
Oh, man. On top of one another? Now, are we talking the plain M&Ms? I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't even know if I could stack two of them, to be honest with you. Do they stack?
Very, very hard to do, but there is a new world record.
Wow.
Think of all the things you can do in your spare time, sitting around trying to stack an M&M on top of the other one. But a guy in Australia has spent time, and he has now been officially entered into the Guinness World Record as the record holder for stacking M&Ms, breaking the previous record of 5.
Wow.
Yes. So he stacked 6.
Okay.
And he also is one of those guys that likes to break records. So he also is honored for the most drumstick flips in 1 minute.
Okay.
And the longest duration spinning a basketball on his nose.
Wow, on his nose?
Yes. 9.57 seconds, almost 10 seconds. He was able to spin the ball on his nose.
Well, they just have a world record for everything, don't they?
Yeah, I just wonder if he has a real job.
store, day or night. Deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, and check balances. Set up bill pay so you never forget to pay a bill ever again. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Are prairie dogs wreaking havoc in your pastures? Then get rid of them with Rosol from Arrow Seed. Rosol is a restricted use pesticide approved for use on prairie dogs by licensed pesticide applicators between October 1st and March 15th. Rosol is an easy-to-use bait that provides excellent acceptance, has superior weatherability, and proven reliability. Rebates of up to $7 per bag are available. To learn more about Rosol, call or stop in to Arrow Seed in Broken Bow.
At Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow, they have a great variety of quality Health Mart items on sale right now. From pain relief to solid vitamins, Health Mart products offer a great value. Stop by and see your friends at Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 1 on Saturday. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Caring for you and about you. Barney Health Mart.
8:47. I am a little bit amazed, to be honest with you. Your haircut is still very marine-like. You must have, like,
what do you
how
mean
close did they get to your ears with those clippers?
I prefer to have it cut kind of short around the sides and in the back, and I don't really see what the big deal is. That's the way I like. That's why I like to have my hair.
Well, certainly a stark reminder of what the old haircuts used to look like when you went in and your mom went ahead and told the barber what kind of haircut you were going to get, and you had no say-so about it. That's what it reminds me of. Is
so when Jeremy was in here filling in on the breakfast show and I was in Omaha, did you treat Jeremy like this? Because if you look at Jeremy's haircut, you talk about someone who has it short around the sides and in the back. Jeremy Shai probably has it shorter than I do.
Well, I noticed that.
Did you talk to him about that? Did you give him a hard time?
Well, he's quite a bit bigger than I am. He's taller than me. Here's Angus and Julia Stone. Cool song called Grizzly Bear. Brent Moniger. He's Forrester, I'm sorry. And I would say, Brent, that this guy is, well, he's just better looking than you are. Brent Forrester, how you doing?
Good.
Good. So you took a day to help the guys here and the ladies
Yep.
for the pancake feed?
Yep.
Good deal. So what grade are you in school?
6th grade.
6th grade already? Man, how's school going?
Really good.
Good, good. Well, we've known each other for quite a long time. I remember when you were just about that big down in the park. You've grown up.
Yeah.
So what do you like about helping these guys?
It's fun. I get to meet all of them, and I like to cook, so it's just interesting to work with them.
You like cooking? What's your favorite thing to cook?
Anything.
Anything. Well, thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Brent. Dell, how you doing?
I'm good.
Your
I'm
last
good.
name is Moniger,
Yeah,
isn't
my
it?
name is, yeah. There you go. 1 out of 2 ain't bad, right? So, hey, Brent is actually here representing the Boy Scouts, the Scouts. So,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good job.
He's kind of latched onto us, and we kind of like him, so we're going to keep him.
Well, he's
He
a
does
good guy.
job. Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, just remember him and his brother down in the park when they first arrived in the community. And
Yeah.
It's been fun to see them grow up.
Absolutely. Great family, and Brent's a really good help here. So come out and see him tonight or today.
Today.
So, yeah. We're going to be serving today from 11 to 1, and then again from 4 to 7. We'll have pancakes and ham and eggs. All goes towards our scholarship benefit to provide scholarships for VFW members, families, kids, grandkids. So goes to a good cause.
Real good cause. And what better day to...
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, pancakes and that sounds really good on a day like today.
Absolutely. You know, I know it's going to be a little windy out there and chilly this afternoon, and already is, but come on out. We'll be here. Huge shout out to everybody that's helped make this possible. Evans Feed helped us with the pancake flour, donated that. Grocery Cart, always thankful for Grocery Cart. They do a really good job of supporting us. 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to be doing a couple award presentations. We're going to award some Quilts of Valors to some very deserving veterans. And then we're also going to be awarding our Patriot Pin Award to a young lady here from the area. So if you want to, pick a time, come around that 6 o'clock and you'll see a little bit of excitement.
Yeah,
So-
some nice ceremonies or, gifts and acknowledgments, always good, along with the good food and company. Seems to me like you've got an extra active crew here this year.
Yeah, they all heard we were going to crack eggs at 8 o'clock this morning, and for some reason they just decided, hey, let's crack some eggs. And so now we're done cracking eggs, and we're just waiting, I guess, and that's great. We got everything ready to go.
I was thinking about this on the way here. How many eggs does it take to do this usually?
Well, we were struggling on our math earlier today, but it takes 6 dozen per roaster, and we've got 12 roasters ready to go. Plus, we've got another bunch of dozens of eggs in the fridge if we need them. So, yeah, we have a lot of eggs.
So if anybody out there is wondering if you're using real eggs.
They're real eggs, yep, absolutely. They're not powdered, they're not pre-cracked, they're cracked fresh this morning.
Wow. And milk and everything that goes along with it, right?
Yep. And like I say, Grocery Cart's helped us out with all of those supplies. So
Now I notice there's some gatherings where these guys get together and kind of form a semicircle. Is that strategy they're planning, or exactly what's going on there?
Strategy, or they might poke fun at each other, or just whatever it takes to get through the day.
Now, is everyone here a veteran of serving in some...
Yeah, there's a few veterans' parents here, and then there's Brent.
And Brent.
Yep, and then there's Brent, right?
Brent, are you thinking about someday, since you're a Boy Scout, you think about maybe serving in the military of some sort?
I have.
Are you thinking about it? What branch would you like to think about going into, or do you know at this time?
I'm not sure yet.
I think the Air Force would be good if you could fly a plane.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I can fly a plane.
I think he'll be able to, don't you?
Absolutely. Or you could be like Kelvin, and I think every branch of service Kelvin's pretty much served in or been with. He's kind of a unique individual there.
Kelvin, come on over here. Let's talk about that a little bit, because most everybody here is either a parent or has served in the military, and you've been in how many branches?
3.
He has to stop and think. You were thinking maybe 4 or 2.
Yeah, 3.
Which 3?
Okay, so right out of high school, I was in the Air Force for 5 years, and I worked on intercontinental ballistic missiles. And I was actually stationed in Cheyenne and worked in western Nebraska, because there are nuclear missiles in western Nebraska, northern Colorado, and Wyoming. And then in college, I got mixed up with the Marines. So I did a little stint there, and then I was working in the civilian world, and then joined the Army and went that way. And then went through OCS and got commissioned that way, and that's where I ended my career.
How did you get involved with the Marines? How does that happen?
You're in school, and the recruiter's there, and they got this really, really good-looking uniform, and they you know, it's
back then. Kelvin thought he was pretty tough.
Yeah,
so it just fit in.
Yeah, thought I was pretty tough.
Well, if you made the Marines and got through it, you were pretty tough.
Yeah, it was hard.
That's a pretty tough division. I think everybody knows that. But each one serves its purpose, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So no matter what area of service people serve in, it's a learning experience, I would think.
Yep, it is. You know, we've got a good mix of people that were drafted, you know, probably during the Vietnam War, and you know, Air Force, National Guardsmen, and you know, there's a mix of us here. So yeah, and you know, then there's the Navy.
Yep. that part I understand, because my dad was in the Navy in World War II, but I think back then it was you stood in line and they went, you're Navy, you're Army, you didn't really, when you were drafted, you really didn't get a choice, right?
The best thing, if you wanted a choice, was to just join up and don't let the draft get you, because you didn't have that choice. So I know people that did that. It's like, I don't want to just be picked, so I'll just go ahead and join what I want to join. And
and it's changed. I think it's probably, you've been in 3 different divisions, so you know from when you started to where we're at now, it's changed some as far as those sorts of things go. Certainly the draft that went away changed a lot of things.
Yeah, so now it's all volunteer force, and you know, you still have the selective service that people might call it draft, but it's not really the draft. It's just registering. And but they, you know, the service for me was a great. It was a great place, and I enjoyed what I did. And you know, you get to a point in your life where you get tired of things, and you know, so okay, it's time to go. But you know, there's a lot of good memories, a lot of people you meet along the way. My daughter being in the Guard now, you know, she's met people and she has these friends, and I said those will be lifelong friends that you know, maybe not necessarily talk to every single day, but you will know them for the rest of your life, you know. So it's just a unique situation that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do.
Sure. And then you have organizations like the VFW and American Legion that creates a platform for people who have served to get together and trade some stories and have that brotherhood that was formed, right?
And that's you have that all the time when you're, you know, doing the things that you do. You know, you're working with those people that are to the left and right of you, and then when you get done, there isn't anything in the civilian world, I don't think, that it actually emulates that or is even equal to it. So this is kind of that way that we can get back together and see each other and talk about stuff. And it's a good thing.
Now, your wife, of course, comes out to the station to talk about the movies, Fox Theater. She mentioned to us that this is as long as she's lived in any one place, because she also has a military background as well, right?
Oh, yeah. She grew up, her dad was in the Air Force, and I mean, she actually graduated from high school in Japan. And so she's used to moving all over the place all the time. So I've always been, you know, being a native in Nebraska my whole entire life, I've always liked to root down and stay someplace. And actually, we stayed in places in the Army a lot longer than most people did. I mean, I was at Fort Polk for 9 years, you know, and that's kind of unusual in active duty that you would stay in one place. But I deployed 3 times out of there, so that was part of that. But yeah, staying in one place for that long. She's like, okay, it's time. Where are we going next?
Yeah, I'm going to say. Now, well, what do you think? Japan to Custer County, that's going to be a little transition.
Well, a little adjustment for her, but I think she's fit in fine. And
I do too.
Actually, Kelvin's parents are here today helping too, so stop out and see them.
Yeah.
And speaking of stopping out and a little history, unless the weather keeps him out, our World War II veteran Wayne Mills will be here. I talked to him late last week, and he's planning on it, so come out and say hi to Wayne too.
Yeah, be a chance to say hello. Yep. It's fantastic. So let's run down the times again.
All right, so we're going to be serving from 11 to 1 and again from 4 to 7. If you don't have a ticket, they're $6 at the door. Come on out. We're here at the municipal building, by the way. Look forward to seeing everybody.
The sign won't be out front.
Yeah, there won't be a sign. It's going to be a little breezy today.
Keep it down.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good day for pancakes and eggs and some fellowship with people from the community, and certainly to visit with you folks who are members of the VFW, American Legion. I assume it's both groups here.
This is actually what we call the VFW, but there are some Legion members here, and we're just one big happy family. So
and the scholarships are the main goal here.
Absolutely, it's for the kids. And hey, speaking of kids, Brent, if you're listening back there, this Brent, I'm going to verify he is definitely a better looking Brent than the one back there at that station.
You know, and you said you're in 6th grade, Brent?
Yep.
You know, you're almost as tall as the Brent that works back there. I think if you stand back to back, you might have him beat.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll send it back to studio.
Do you know who Brent is?
All right, guys. Thank you very much. That's great. 25 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. Well, we got a little snow blowing around out there here at our KCNI KBBN studios. Also, they have issued a wind chill warning, by the way, which will go into effect at 6 o'clock tonight and continue into and through tomorrow morning. So please, folks, be careful out there, as we have certainly had a change in the weather.